Mr. President, you can see and feel and hear the anger, the disappointment, the concern for the future of our country. Senator Alex Padilla is probably one of the first people that took time to sit down with me as a freshman senator, to prepare me for this job. He serves this body and his state with intelligence and with grace and with poise. And so to see my colleague pushed, manhandled, taken to the ground, arms put behind his back, this person who anyone who meets will say is more of a gentle giant than someone who deserves that kind of treatment. It blows my mind. I think that's the thing. I am shocked. I am numb. I am angry. And I think part of it is because Senator Padilla is a senator, but there are people every day, right now, across this country who are facing this kind of concern of their treatment, of peacefully trying to exhibit the voice of America. But also for him, he was just doing his job of oversight. Similarly, some of us also have spoken up about LaMonica McIver from New Jersey, also a member of Congress doing her job, oversight. If we don't have the ability as senators and congresspeople, what does that mean for all of the citizens of this country? And so in this moment, this is a pivotal moment. This is an opportunity for our leadership here in this chamber, as well as the other members on Democratic side and the Republican side, to say this is unacceptable. That's really what this is about. When the incident happened, we were all on this floor. And I remember seeing the video and the shock that I felt. It literally took my breath away. And I turned to other members on the floor to say, have you seen this? And they had not seen it. I walked across the aisle to my Republican colleagues. They had not seen it. And there was a sense of shock as well. And so what remains to be seen is what we do with that shock, what we do with that indignation, what we do with the fact that Alex Padilla was doing his job on behalf of his constituents and on behalf of this country. That's what remains to be seen. Where do we go from here? And so you have heard folks talk about free speech, peaceful assembly, the ability to do our jobs of oversight. But ultimately, what this is about the foundation of this country. And so I'm just shaking my head. I'm shaking my head, but I'm also resolute in the fact that we were called here for this moment. As bad as things may be, as bad as they may seem, we were called here for such a time as this. And the question is, what do we do with this time? And so, Mr. President, I ask my colleagues, again, on both sides of the aisle, to speak up against not only this incident, but the incidents that we are seeing across this country. I ask my colleagues to come together on behalf of not only the American people, but the democracy on which this country stands. And I will continue to stand with Alex Padilla I will continue to stand with those folks around this country who are facing this same kind of unacceptable behavior. Lastly, I would also mention that we do have a role and responsibility. There are 3 branches of government. Thank God for the courts right now holding it down. But this moment is the moment. There won't be a light switch that says, oh, democracy is gone. That's not how it happens. I've heard my good friend Chris Murphy talk about that it's piece by piece, moment by moment, we see it chipped away. Well, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to make sure that we do not let this slip away. Thank you, Mr. President, and I yield back.